Trying to see like,
Are
you
you a
know what I'm
crab?
saying? Oh, what you say?
Alright, I be picking up Blanco.
Watch your mouth, Chrisean.
They be calling Crips.
Watch your mouth, Chrisean.
Stop what you're doing. Because the story that just erupted around Crisean Rock isn't messy, isn't toxic, isn't regular Crisean chaos. This one has the streets shaking. Crisean Rock is officially MIA, gone, vanished, disappeared like she slipped through a crack in the internet. And the reason? The kind of reason you never want attached to your name. Because according to multiple street blogs, insiders, and people who claim they're connected to the politics, certain Crip members are allegedly done with her. Done with the disrespect. Done with the switching sides. Done with the internet antics. Done with her playing with gang codes she doesn't understand. And now, rumors say there's a bounty sitting on her head, not from her baby daddy, not from some random troll online, but allegedly from actual street members who feel like Crisean crossed the wrong line, the wrong set at the wrong time. And to make it worse, the Bloods aren't exactly stepping up to shield her either. So the internet's asking the only question that matters. Where is Crisean Rock, and why is she suddenly hiding? Because when gang politics enter the chat, someone's life just changed forever. And trust me, this story is darker, deeper, and way more dangerous than anyone expected.
Okay then. Yeah, she put up and got right on the yeah side. That's what I'm talking about, Chrisean.
I'm with the Bloods now.
You feel me? Yeah.
Everyone on the internet has seen Crisean Rock do wild things, but nothing prepared people for the plot twist that sent social media into meltdown. The rumor that Crisean went completely MIA after some street-associated accounts online started posting cryptic warnings about her behavior. And trust me, the way this rumor spun out of control has the whole internet acting like an investigative unit. TikTok detectives, Twitter philosophers, YouTube analysts, everyone wants answers. It all started when a so-called street insider page, one of those accounts that mixes real tea with exaggerated mystery, posted something vague like, "She crossed the line. Too many people upset. Time to move quiet." And normally, people would ignore stuff like that because 90% of those pages are just bored dudes making up mythology. But this time, people noticed something weird. Crisean suddenly went silent. No live streams. No chaotic rants. No random posts from the studio. No clips of her dancing, drinking, yelling, or arguing. Nothing from the baby. Nothing from her team. Nothing at all. And that silence hit harder than any rumor. Because when Crisean is quiet, the internet automatically assumes the apocalypse is coming. People started connecting dots that probably weren't dots, but the internet doesn't care about logic. It cares about narratives. They pulled up old clips, new clips, screenshots, and stitched their own storyline like detectives working a cold case. The first connection people made? Her complicated history with Blueface. The two of them have been in a cycle of breakups, blow-ups, and breakdowns that could fuel 12 seasons of a messy reality show. And when Blueface got out of jail, the tension between them hit a point of no return. He threw shade, she threw shade, and suddenly, she was posting mysterious messages that had people questioning her safety and his. But then came the clip that changed everything. The one where Crisean, in a moment of frustration, casually threw out insider lingo connected to gang culture on a live stream. It wasn't explicit, it wasn't a threat, but it was enough to make people uncomfortable because she didn't fully understand the weight behind what she was saying. Even the guest on the stream, a rapper known for being affiliated with street politics, had to pause and check her. Watch your mouth. You don't know what you're saying. He wasn't threatening her. He wasn't angry. He was cautious. Because the internet may treat this like entertainment, but real street codes aren't memes. That clip went viral. People began saying things like, "Why is she playing with terms she doesn't understand? She needs to stop before someone takes it seriously. She's putting herself in danger." Again, not because she was actually under threat, but because the internet loves to turn any drama into a life or death saga. And once fans start panicking, the narrative writes itself. Then, as if the universe wanted to throw gasoline on the fire, another clip resurfaced.
You took it to another category where it's blue and red now. Now we need you to choose up. Is it Crips or Bloods?
Crips.
This time, it was Chrisean accidentally mixing up blood and Crip terminology during a conversation. She wasn't endorsing anything. She wasn't joining a gang. She wasn't making threats. She was just talking fast like she always does and said something that didn't match up with the culture. The internet? They lost their minds. Twitter filled with posts like, "She's gonna get herself hurt talking like that. Somebody needs to school her before she gets into trouble. She's moving reckless." And then came the moment that sent the rumor into overdrive. Someone online posted a fake bounty notice. It wasn't official. It wasn't real. It wasn't tied to any legitimate group. It was literally just a meme-style graphic with dramatic text. But people screenshotted it like it was the Constitution. And because Chrisean went offline at the same time the meme began circulating, everybody assumed the worst. They started saying she went into hiding, was scared, was being protected, was laying low, even though there was zero proof. Even bloggers admitted they weren't sure what was happening. One said, "I don't know if this is real, but I hope she's okay." Pages reposted the meme and tagged it as alleged. Reaction channels made videos titled, "Did Chrisean Rock go too far? Is Chrisean in trouble? Chrisean disappears after online threats." The fear was coming from fans, not from the streets. And while all of this was happening, Chrisean's new man, 33K, publicly said something that threw everyone even deeper into confusion. When he was asked about her gang comments, he calmly said, "She's a woman. She doesn't understand the politics. That's why she shouldn't be put in those situations." It wasn't a threat. It wasn't shade. It was actually protective. But the internet? They twisted it into, "This confirms she's in danger." And while all these narratives were spinning, people also resurfaced the clip where she revealed Blueface's address during one of their arguments. She wasn't threatening him. She was venting emotionally. But once again, the internet combined unrelated moments like Lego pieces and built a whole imaginary storyline. That imaginary storyline is what leads to the rumor that Chrisean went MIA. But the reality is much simpler. Chrisean went quiet. Social media panicked. People made up theories. Someone made a fake bounty meme. It spread like wildfire. Bloggers picked up the conversation. Fans freaked out. And suddenly, everyone believed she was in hiding. But here's the twist. Her silence might not be fear. It might not be hiding. It might not be related to the drama at all. It might be strategy. It might be rebranding. It might be a break from the chaos. It might be for her child. It might be mental health. It might be literally nothing. But the internet doesn't wait for facts. It fills the silence with the loudest theory it can find, even if it came from a meme page with 5 followers and a cracked Android camera. But here's the thing no one expected. The moment the internet decided Chrisean was in hiding, the rumor took on a life of its own. It stopped being a conversation and became a full-blown conspiracy. People were no longer asking, "Where is she?" They were confidently announcing, "She's underground. She's gone. She's being protected," like they were spokespeople for a situation nobody had proof even existed. That's when the story began shape-shifting into something much bigger and much wilder than the truth could ever be. The first twist came when people looked back at her brief, chaotic relationship with Bino. That's when fans remembered how she used to toss around coded language without really understanding what she was saying. And what made it worse? She did it again recently, publicly. It wasn't malicious, and it definitely wasn't intentional, but the internet doesn't care about intent. It cares about how juicy the narrative looks when you take a clip out of context and stretch it as far as it can go. Suddenly, everyone was analyzing her every word like they were translating ancient hieroglyphics. Then somebody brought up the fact that Chrisean posted Blueface's address during one of their arguments. Not as a threat, not as a gang move, but as one of those impulsive emotional outbursts she's known for. But because it resurfaced alongside the bounty rumor, people started treating it like a puzzle piece from a crime documentary. They acted like this was some kind of motive, as if she had accidentally broken some sacred rule. When in reality, it was just one messy moment from one of the messiest couples on the internet. And since silence always breeds chaos, the rumor escalated again when people dragged Blueface into the conversation. They brought up how Blue had been walking on thin ice since coming home. His reputation, his street image, his lingering legal issues, all of it became fuel for an online wildfire. People started stitching together unrelated drama like they were constructing a map in a detective thriller. She said this, he said that. She disappeared. This meme page posted a threat. It all makes sense now. Except it didn't. None of it made sense. But the narrative was too entertaining, too dramatic, too click-worthy for anyone to stop and breathe. Meanwhile, the biggest piece of misinformation began spreading, the idea that gang politics were now involved. That phrase alone made the internet lose its collective mind. Every blogger, TikTok narrator, and Twitter thread writer turned into a fake expert on street codes. They were using words they didn't fully understand, trying to sound like insiders discussing things they only knew about from rap lyrics and Netflix documentaries. Suddenly, every comment section had someone saying, "Nah bro, this is serious," even though nothing serious had been confirmed. But the craziest plot twist wasn't even about Blueface. It was about the new guy, 33. People couldn't decide whether he was the problem or the solution. His interview clip, the one where he calmly said Chrisean shouldn't be put in the middle of certain conversations, became a Rorschach test for the internet. Some people said he was defending her. Others thought he was warning her. Others claimed he secretly knew more than he was admitting. But the truth? He was probably just being logical. Chrisean doesn't understand street politics. She doesn't belong in that world. And she definitely doesn't need to get pulled into it just because people online want a storyline to gossip about. But logic never wins on social media. What wins? Drama. So when Chrisean's silence dragged into days, and then into a week, people took that as confirmation that something must have gone down. They ignored the fact that she sometimes disappears when she's overwhelmed. They ignored the fact that motherhood has changed her daily routine. They ignored the possibility that she simply didn't feel like being online. No, in their minds, it had to be something bigger, something darker, something dangerous, something involving unverified street warnings that came from accounts with usernames like @WestsideInformer4477 and @TheRealStreetCodas. People began spinning theories like, she's under someone's protection, she's negotiating forgiveness, she's hiding out with people who can keep her safe, she's trying to switch affiliations, she got warned privately and went quiet. Each theory was more dramatic than the last, and none of them had real proof. But the absence of proof only made the theories grow stronger, because nothing feeds the internet like silence. The rumor mill escalated to the point where people began dissecting old live streams like they were prophecy. One person posted, "Look at the moment where she said she felt unsafe. That was a warning." Another said, "She predicted this. She literally said something bad was coming." And someone even created a compilation called "Clues That Chrisean Felt Something Coming," like she was starring in a paranormal documentary instead of living a very normal, messy celebrity life. Then came the sighting theories. TikTokers claimed they saw her at airports, gas stations, convenience stores, clubs, and even in different states. Someone swore she was spotted at a hotel in Vegas. Someone else convinced 1 million viewers that she was hiding in Baltimore. One person made a shaky video of a woman walking in the distance and captioned it, "Chrisean?" That clip got over 500,000 views. But the weirdest part? Every sighting contradicted the last. Which is exactly what happens when there is no real information. People just fill in the blanks with whatever entertains them the most. The question that kept echoing across every messy corner of the internet, "Is this real, or is everyone just spiraling again?" became the fuel that turned a rumor into a digital wildfire. And the wildest part? By this point, nobody actually cared about facts anymore. The narrative had become so entertaining, so outrageous, so soap opera level dramatic that clarity would have ruined the fun. People weren't searching for the truth. They were searching for the plot twist. And the internet delivered one. Because right when everyone started assuming Chrisean was underground, hiding from an alleged bounty that no reputable source ever confirmed, someone uncovered a clip of her from days earlier looking completely unbothered, laughing, talking, and scrolling on her phone like nothing was wrong. But instead of stopping the panic, the clip intensified it. People said she recorded it earlier. People claimed it was pre-scheduled. Some insisted she was acting calm to protect herself. It didn't matter what the clip showed. People only saw what they wanted to see. And what they wanted was chaos. Meanwhile, new side stories began forming like cracks in a sidewalk. Some fans started blaming her new boyfriend, 33, for putting her in a dangerous position by publicly acknowledging gang politics, even though he wasn't the one who brought it up. Others said he was protecting her, hiding her, or even negotiating forgiveness on her behalf. The theories evolved faster than the actual events. Every hour brought a new explanation, none of them rooted in reality. But then something truly wild happened. Fans started turning on each other. One side insisted Chrisean had walked herself into danger by speaking loosely about things she didn't fully understand. The other side said she was a victim of circumstances created by Blueface's lifestyle, his choices, his influence, and the drama surrounding both their names. It turned into a full fan-based civil war, a digital battlefield made of Instagram comments, TikTok stitches, and Twitter threads that stretched for miles. And in the middle of all this noise, the rumor evolved again, this time claiming she wasn't hiding from the Crips or the Bloods but from Blueface himself. People said the drama, the accusations, the constant arguments, the live stream tension, and the years of toxicity had finally pushed her beyond her breaking point. They said she vanished because she needed space, not protection. They said she escaped for peace, not safety. And honestly, for the first time in the entire story, that theory didn't sound wild. It actually sounded possible. Because the truth is, Crisean has hit breaking points before. She has disappeared after emotional collapses. She has stepped away from social media when things got overwhelming. She has gone silent when her mental health needed space. And every time, the internet called it a crisis. Not because they cared, but because her silence makes people uncomfortable. Silence is unpredictable. Silence means she isn't entertaining them. And that's when people start creating drama out of thin air, because they don't know how to handle the absence of chaos. Then came the moment that shook everything. A random account with no verifiable credibility posted a screenshot claiming to be insider text messages from someone connected to the gang. It looked fake. It read like a script, but of course, it blew up. People treated it like it came straight from a confidential FBI file. And within hours, the rumor went from possible bounty to confirmed danger, even though the screenshots had zero real evidence. And while social media was busy playing detective, another layer unfolded. People started blaming Crisean herself for the chaos. They dug up every fight, every outburst, every reckless moment, every feud, every argument she ever had with Blueface. They said she brought the drama on herself. They claimed she was too emotional, too impulsive, too chaotic. They forgot she was a human being and turned her into a fictional character in a storyline they felt entitled to rewrite. But the hypocrisy didn't stop there. Because the same people criticizing her behavior were also the ones who spent years encouraging it, liking the fights, sharing the arguments, laughing at the chaos, turning her pain into meme content. Now suddenly, they were the moral police, pretending like they hadn't spent months fueling the same drama they were now condemning. The internet flipped on her the moment she stopped performing. And with every accusation flying at her, the rumor mutated yet again. Someone claimed she was hiding with family. Someone else said she fled the state. Another insisted she was staying in a neutral zone, whatever that means. Someone swore she checked into a mental health facility. Others swore she was with 33. And then, just to make the chaos complete, someone posted a blurry video of a woman buying diapers and said, "She's fine, y'all." That clip got debunked within minutes, but like everything else, it still went viral. But here's where the entire story hits the most realistic twist: the emotional exhaustion. Because whether or not the bounty rumor was real, the pressure absolutely was. The internet was piling accusations on her from every possible direction. Blueface drama, relationship drama, Gang rumors, public criticism, new motherhood pressure, constant surveillance, non-stop gossip, it all collapses on a person eventually. Chrisean Rock is unpredictable, flawed, reactive, emotional, messy, but she's also human. And no human being can handle being turned into everyone's main character 24/7 without breaking. And that's why part 3 ends not with a dramatic chase, not with gang retaliation, not with some violent conspiracy, but with the simplest, most human explanation. Sometimes disappearing is not fear, it's survival. Sometimes silence is not danger, it's self-protection. And sometimes rumors grow not because something is happening, but because people demand something to be happening. At the end of the day, the truth is painfully simple. Chrisean went quiet. The internet went loud. And somewhere between those two extremes, the story spiraled into madness. And now that we've peeled back every messy layer, every rumor, every conspiracy, and every piece of chaos the internet tried to stitch into Chrisean's disappearance, the real question falls right back into your hands. Because at this point, nobody knows what's actually happening behind the scenes. Not the blogs, not the insiders, not the fake screenshot detectives, not the gang theory experts from TikTok University, and definitely not the comment section prophets who swear they felt this coming. The only thing we can confirm is that something shifted. Something snapped. Something changed in a way that made the whole internet freeze, stare, and start panicking like they suddenly cared about her safety after cheering on the drama for years. But what do you think? Is Chrisean actually hiding because she crossed a line she can't uncross? Is this a mental break, disguised as a vanishing act? Is she finally stepping away from the circus she accidentally became ringmaster of? Or is this just another chapter in the wildest saga reality TV never had the budget to produce? Because let's be honest, nothing in Chrisean's world stays quiet for long. And when she pops back out, whether it's tomorrow, next week, or during a random gas station live stream at 3 a.m., you already know she's going to drag the entire internet back into the story, whether they're ready or not. So drop your theories, your predictions, your conspiracies, your hot takes, whatever you think is really going on down in the comments, because this situation is far from over, and y'all always catch details nobody else sees. And before you dip, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist, because if there's one thing we've learned with Chrisean Rock, the story never ends. It just reloads. Stay locked in. More messy tea coming up next.